Fam, what's good? What's good? This your boy Thou, FamOverTV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I'm grateful for all of y'all. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. We got another good one today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to tap into some of these videos, these TikTok crazy videos, evil, dark history. Got some vids on CPS, crazy. Oscarville, Georgia. I know some of y'all heard of that, but we go get into it on your way in. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Salute to everybody. I appreciate everybody tapping in and showing love, y'all. Much love. Oh yeah, we reached 10 million plus views on the channel. So thank you for all of y'all. Thank you for everybody. As a matter of fact, let's get a round of applause for that. 10 million plus. What up, JB? What's up, Dennis? But we're going to get into the content. I ain't going to hold y'all up. Let's get straight into it.
The government tricks you. They will arrest you before you've had a trial without a grand jury indictment. They break the law completely. They put you in orange clothes and shackles, and nearly 3 days later, after they've held you in jail for close to the maximum 72 hours, they bring you before a judge, and he asks you, how do you plead? And your bar attorney will nudge you in the ribs saying, enter a plea, enter a plea, enter a plea. You absolutely do not enter a plea. And our cover cards teach you what to do and what not to do. You want to demand to see the verified criminal complaint. Because most of the time the district attorneys give you a love letter about all these codes you broke. But the district attorney can't write a verified criminal complaint. They work for the government. They're not a real party of interest. Wow. A person, another citizen, has to pick up pen and paper and write a verified criminal complaint, and they can't prosecute you without one of those. And what they next have to do is they need to prove that you have act, intent, and damage, that there's probable cause for this crime. And if they don't have any of that in place, they can't prosecute you. However, if they get you to their court, they put you in front of their high priest in a black nightie, and he says, how do you plead? And you say, I'm not guilty, or no contest. They then say, ha! You agreed to be prosecuted. Let's go ahead with the prosecution. Yeah. It's now under contract. You've agreed to be prosecuted. You've entered. You've taken the hook, line and sinker. You've agreed to go in and be prosecuted. And it's a trick these criminals are pulling. It's fraud. It's criminal. It's completely outside the constructs of the United States Constitution and law and order and everything that's decent. And this is how our judges and our lawyers are building a criminal enterprise which has thrown so many people in this nation behind bars and been very profitable for the lawyers, the cops, and the judges. Thank you.
Did you? They be tricking us, y'all, with these words and everything, man. I already know that the justice system is all effed up. It's crazy. That's crazy, though. So you ain't supposed to take no plea. You ain't supposed to take no plea is what he was saying. Go in there and don't take no plea, because as soon as you take a plea, that's I don't know. We got to look into it, though, but that's crazy, man. Salute to everybody in the building. What's up, Angela Buddha? Above the rest, everybody. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Let's keep it going.
You guys hear about construction workers worldwide committing suicide at an alarming rate, y'all? Check this out, man. What is going on?
All right, now to an alarming trend on the rise in the construction industry. New research showing that construction workers are dying by suicide at an alarming rate. While demand for construction workers continues to surge, the profession has one of the highest suicide rates. That's according to data from the CDC. In 2022, an estimated 6,000 construction workers died by suicide, an increase from the year before. Joining us now with more on this is NBC News senior policy reporter Shannon Pettypiece. Shannon, thanks for being here. So very troubling stuff here. Are there any indications about what's behind this, why this could be happening?
When I spoke to people in the industry, they said there's a number of factors. Construction is inherently a difficult job. It is physically difficult, the wear and tear on people's bodies, as well as injuries, working long extended periods outside in the sun. There's a lot of physical injuries, which can lead to things like, opioid prescriptions that can turn into addictions or other forms of self-medication. And then they said there's also just this culture of macho-ness among a lot of construction workers, of not asking for help, of feeling like you should be able to handle your problems, you should keep those at home, and not wanting to share how they're feeling, not wanting to seek out and get help. And folks in the industry said that all those things combined can just lead to a really toxic mix that can lead people to taking their own life at a rate that is 75% higher among men in construction industry than it is for men in the general population, who already have a higher rate of suicide than women in the general population.
Wow, some startling numbers there for sure. And we're seeing these come as there is a boom in the construction industry and the shortage of workers that's also going on at the same time. How does that possibly factor into how they're feeling on the job?
Well, people in the industry said they're really concerned about the pressures that are on workers right now. There have been billions in federal dollars for infrastructure projects, new electric vehicle manufacturing plants, these semiconductor chip plants. These are huge, large-scale projects, and the industry estimates they're about 500,000 workers short of where they need to be to meet their hiring goals. So that means added pressure on the current workforce. It means longer hours. It means people working double shifts, not taking any days off, and not only for weeks at a time, but months at a time or even years at a time. And that puts pressures on individuals emotionally, physically, and it's also causing a lot of them to have to travel for work, to be away from home and their family and their support networks, sometimes for over a year. And so it really has industry officials concerned that on top of all these other factors we talked about a moment ago, those are only being amplified and magnified by this demand on the workforce.
Wow, so many factors there, Shannon. So what steps are being taken within the industry to try to help this problem?
Did you guys hear what she said? Men in the construction workplace are committing 75% more suicide.
Listen, y'all, I just want to say this. They might not be... the way the economy is right now, they might not even be committing suicide. They might just be saying that because it's so damn hot out there and they working them to death. I can show y'all right now across the street where they building these homes, across the street from our house. And it's Sunday right now, Sunday, 1 p.m. Sunday. And they over there working right now. They be working them. They be there 5 in the morning all day. It be blazing hot. They might just be saying that they committing suicide so they won't have no responsibility for the deaths that's happening with these workers and everything. They probably working hard as hell and gotta work because the economy's so messed up. They're trying to make some paper, gotta make all the paper they can make. And they passing the fuck out because it's so hot out there. And they be like, oh yeah, they committing suicide. No, I don't know though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it's a possibility that they're just saying that because they don't want to take no responsibility. So if they be like, yeah, they committed suicide, but some of them, I'm pretty sure, got worked to death because they outside right now. I wish I could show y'all. They outside right now working on them homes on a Sunday, 7 days a week. Crazy. What's up, Druber? What's up, Soldier? Everybody? Let's keep it going, though. Yeah, I don't know about that. It might be a conspiracy to that too. You know what I'm saying? They saying they committing suicide, but I don't know.
Up with me on my new account. This is it right here. This is the one I'm broadcasting on. I also need y'all to go follow my Instagram, my YouTube, and my Facebook. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. We're in this shift. Peace.
Fathers are often driven away so that mother and
Salute the Pilgrim. Planet Max. What's up, y'all?
children can eat.
85% of the head of household is a woman, because most of the men who should be in the household, they cannot make a decent living. And of course it is better to know that a child will be fed 12 months out of the year than 3 months, which during the summer when construction work you can make a decent living.
The man in the house rule was written to prevent welfare cheating, to make sure that aid to families with dependent children would go only to families headed by mothers. But the effect of the man in the house rule is to create for children an atmosphere of investigation and surveillance. And thus, the welfare system in its operation turns out to be a system to make life harder for children.
The welfare system helps the disintegration of the American family. It offers money to families if the fathers will leave them and stay away, in that sense undoing the very stability of the family and taking away one of the two parents that children, of course, need. And what I have seen, I'm afraid to say, all over the country is that the legal system works against the best kind of home for these children.
Right.
We don't encourage parents to be at home with the children. We don't encourage mothers to feel that they can find their destiny as mothers. We take away, in many of the most vulnerable homes, fathers from those homes. We herd foster children together in institutions rather than trying to find decent homes for them. We don't tap the resources we have in communities and with respect to older people so that they can help out vulnerable homes. We don't sanction and encourage and support in every way, morally, psychologically, and financially, the dignity and integrity of the home. And in the worst of it is that the homes that are most vulnerable are the homes that are least supported by the policies of local, state, and federal governments. And no wonder then, out of these more vulnerable neighborhoods, we get an endless cycle of troubled, delinquent, wayward youth who grow up even more and become the lawbreakers of our society. Now, I don't know how you break this cycle except by starting out with young children.
Man, that's crazy, man. What's up, Shu? What's up, everybody? But, hey, they put that system into place back then, and it's still separating and doing the damage now. You know what I'm saying? We still getting that, facing those consequences for all that stuff back then. They put it into place, and it's still operating right now. There's so many broken homes and families from all this type of stuff. It's crazy, y'all. But let's keep it going, man. What's up, everybody? Black man, what's up?
Home. But if you try to keep your family together in that home, you can end up homeless. America has no problem with black people being on welfare, getting food. Oh, said the welfare queen, Daddy Bush welfare queen, and he used that image of the black woman exploiting federally funded welfare benefits to get elected as president of the United States. No, but the thing is, you're a slave still. But they use that to keep poor white people distracted from the power structures agenda, even against them, and keep them barking at us. It's going to be there anyway, because the number one purpose of racism is to prevent white genetic annihilation. And I think this helps to explain a lot of the police violence, the police murder. Racism is about the biological survival of white people. Everybody see color. Okay. I line about that. Yeah. They have to be in order to survive. Any white person who tells you they're not racially conscious is a liar.
Though you may be triggered by the title, and it's horrible. It's horrible what these people did. These folks really did try to turn their children, their adopted children, into slaves. They lived in a barn. They did not have beds. They could not go and come and go as they pleased. What? They were not fed on the same schedule, a normal schedule that children should be fed on, right? So it's clear, yeah, they were treated like slaves. But this is an anomaly. This is not what children are going through.
What?
And I think we have to refrain from being triggered by...
Man, this is crazy, y'all. So a white West Virginia couple forced their adopted black children to work as slaves and live in a barn. Man, that's so crazy. Crazy.
Headlines that trigger our own trauma, having come from ancestors that were enslaved, And we cannot say collectively that all white people are going to do this to their children. We just need to stop that. That's just asinine. These people are bad. These people.
Wow. Voorhees, what's up with you? What's up, Aaron? Frank, appreciate that super chat. Said that I get the pics. Yeah, I seen the pics, man. Nice pics, man. Yeah, I seen the pics. Family reunion, man. Looked like y'all was having a good time, enjoying each other, man. Good energy, man. I definitely seen it, Frank. Appreciate that for sure. We got to get back to that. Get back to those family reunions and stuff like that. That's crazy because I remember going to family reunions when I was a little boy, man. I ain't been to no family reunion. I can't even tell you the last time I went. I probably was 9 years old or something. I don't even know if family reunions exist still. Do any of y'all still have family reunions? That's crazy. They just breaking up all the families, man. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's keep it going. But that's crazy right there. That couple adopted some black children, had them living in the barn, was making them work as like slaves and everything. And that's just that couple that got caught. Think about others that fell into the system that was adopted and being treated wrong, man. That shit's sad, man. That's so sad. But let's keep it going. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
A few days ago, I did a video about the lady with the 808 credit score
Give
being
me
denied
above
a
the rest.
mortgage.
Sure.
Go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. Today, Trident Mortgage, which is a division of Berkshire Hathaway, which is owned by Warren Buffett, got in a little trouble. The article states Trident Mortgage deliberately avoided writing mortgages in minority-majority neighborhoods. Said who? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. If you've been discriminated against, file a complaint with the CFPB. Back to the article. Trident's redlining activities deny communities of color equal access to residential mortgages, strip them of the opportunity to build wealth, and devalue properties in these neighborhoods. Now, Trident Mortgage has to set aside $20 million to make loans to underserved communities.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. I have ID.
Okay. Can I get your ID, please?
No, you ain't been get my ID, man. What's wrong with you, man?
108, would you start me another unit? Subject to use my ID.
What I'm gonna give you my ID for?
118, can I get you out to 819?
Because I don't know whose house this is.
I won't be at nobody's house. So you think I'm just gonna be at somebody's house, walking around their house? That's what you think. I'm just gonna be. Why you think I'm walking around somebody's house? Why you think that?
Man, why do some of these police officers be doing this, man? Like, come on. Like, y'all supposed to protect and serve. Like, why some of these cops be like assholes like this, man? Like, I already can tell where this finna go. Let's finish watching it, though.
I saw you walking around the house.
I know, but why?
What I do is just verify what you're doing here. If everything's legit, I get out of the way.
It's legit.
Okay, so what you doing here?
What I'm doing here? What are you saying? What I'm doing here? I can't be right here. I can't. I stay here. Okay, what you want? I stay here.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, come on, man. You know I got to stay here. I won't be walking around or doing this. That man just cut my yard. You don't see that? I can't walk around and see that my yard. You see that man? You just saw that guy. Yeah.
I saw the guy leaving.
Okay, so you know what's going on. Come on, man.
I don't know whose house this is.
So if you see anybody walking or standing at their house, you gonna stop me and say whose house it is?
If somebody's standing around the front door like that for a good while.
A good while? What are you saying? A good while?
I am.
What are you saying? A good while? I just said it's my house. What you want me to do? I don't supposed to be here? You saying I don't supposed to be in this house? That's what you saying? It's a problem with what? I don't supposed to be right here. That's what you saying?
What's that?
You saying it's a problem with me being right here in front of my house? That's what you saying?
Absolutely not. I'm just trying to verify.
I said I stay here.
Why are you trying to verify him and get his ID and stuff? He in front of his yard. Like, this is harassment, man. Like, why are you messing with this man? And like he said, are you gonna go stop everybody else that's in their yards and see if they stay at that house? Like, man, what is going on?
Yeah. Well, so what else do you want me to do? I'm not gonna.
That's all I'm trying to find out.
Do I stay with her? Come on, man.
Okay.
Look, I'm black, she black. So that ought to tell you I stay here. Come on, man. Be for real. Come, let's get real. I'm black, she black. So that tell you I stay here. No, you don't gotta tell her. Don't tell them nothing.
That's all I'm trying to find out.
You know I stay here.
Somebody walking around the side of the house.
What? And you saw that guy cutting the grass, and you didn't stop him. You didn't see that guy just cutting the grass. You didn't stop him. Okay, but why you didn't stop him? Why you didn't stop the guy that was just in his white truck, sir?
Right.
Why you didn't stop the guy that was in a truck a while ago?
He wasn't messing around the side of the house.
He wasn't messing around the side of the house, but he was right here. You didn't stop him. What do you want? I don't understand this.
Right.
If this is your house.
It's my house. I'm telling you, this is my house. What you want me to do?
He ain't gotta show you.
What do you want me to do? This is my house, man.
Asking for some ID.
Some ID? Can show you my ID to be in front of my house.
And in the backyard.
This is my house. What are you talking about?
Sir.
No, you talking to me right here. No, we can step right here.
I'm just asking.
No, I'm calm down, man. We can talk right here. What we have to run for? I mean, I don't know.
I just showed up.
Okay.
So I don't know what this officer
He saw me standing right here, and I walked to the back. What you doing walking to the back? What you doing? I can't walk in my house. What the hell going on? What is going on, bro?
Can we see your ID?
No. You're not gonna see my ID. I stay here. What the hell is going on? I stay here. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't have to say. I stay here. What else do you want me to do? Hey, they saying I don't stay here. Look at this house, y'all. They saying I don't stay here because the house is nice. I got a nice house.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that situation, man. That's definitely harassment. And then if he would have told him, like, man, get the fuck out of my yard or something, cussed at him and sell him something. And then they had masks on. Like, yeah, plenty masks. I don't know. What he got a mask on for? It's hot as hell out there. You got a mask on. Dude had a nice house. They thought, I don't know what they thought, but that definitely was a case of discrimination and harassment from the police, like usual. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't right, man. It's some cops that just be on that nonsense, man. He should just walked in the crib and shut the door on their ass. Right, Tayon. And just, man, but that'll make somebody so mad. And then if you react and everything, next thing you know, they're gonna be trying to, oh yeah, we go trying to bring other charges. Like y'all came on his property though. Like, man, that's crazy. Let's keep it going, y'all. Let's keep it going. Make sure y'all hit that like button. What's up, Jason? That shit was crazy.
1924 and 1950, Georgia Tan kidnapped more than 5,000 newborn infants and then sold them to the ultra-wealthy on a nationwide black market child trafficking network. More than 500 of those infants would die before being sold due to abuse, neglect, disease, and malnutrition. Some of the babies were ripped from their mother's arms right off the streets in broad daylight. They were kidnapped from churches and daycare centers where they may have been playing. In most cases, the infants were taken directly from hospitals after doctors handed newborns over to people they thought were nurses, but they were actually criminals disguised as nurses, all part of a massive black market that sold babies. High-ranking politicians ensured Georgia Tan was protected so that she could continue selling infants to the highest bidder. And as unbelievable as all of this sounds, it is 100% true. Check this shit out.
Tan pulled off her brazen scheme through operating the Tennessee Children's Home Society, a society which, on the surface, was doing the Lord's work, finding homes for orphaned children. In reality, it worked as a cover for Tan to funnel children into her care, only for her to turn around and sell them on the black market for extreme profit. Wow. In the nearly 30 years Tan and the society were in operation, she managed to kidnap and sell an estimated 5,000 babies.
Wow. Oh my God.
Man, we live in an evil world. I don't even know how. I don't even know how she even can like pull something like that off. Like who the fuck would want to like? How is you selling kidnapped kids, babies to people? Like who is the people buying these kids and everything? Like some more evil people. I know who it is. I'm tripping, but why would you want to even? Man, this crazy, man. And they said she had something to do with like CPS or something. Like, I guess she had a hand in starting it or helping out with it or something and everything. This lady right here that they saying kidnapped all these kids, and they said it's true and everything, but it's crazy. Right, Pilgrim? Right, Pilgrim. What's up, Skinwalker?
These weren't orphaned children placed under her care. They were stolen right from under their parents' noses. How? How could anyone get away with kidnapping and selling children for nearly 30 years right here in America? She did it with help from friends in high places.
Wow.
She took children who came from poor families.
That's crazy. Says she did it with help from friends in high places. And Aaron, you just said who's in her circle? Somebody in high places. Some people in high places helped her out.
The simple reason that poor families at the time didn't have the necessary resources to search for one of their children should they go missing. If families did file a report, Georgia Tan would have it handled by her close friend E.H. Crump, a powerful tycoon and the so-called boss of Memphis. Crump would make sure the reports of missing children were ignored. She also had an elaborate system for taking newborn babies from hospitals and mental wards, bribing doctors and nurses to help her take the children, and then tell their unsuspecting parents that their baby was stillborn. Tan would take off with the baby, with the child's parents believing their newborn to be deceased. She even had a system for snatching children right off the street. She took children from churches or daycare centers while they played with their friends. They'd end up in the arms of a uniformed social worker under Tan's employ, and they'd never be seen by their birth parents again. Wow. Once the children were under her care, and their parents were none the wiser, Tan would wipe their identities and sell them to couples looking to adopt, leaving them completely in the dark about where the child came from by falsifying or destroying their documents. Tan pocketed millions of dollars selling children to out-of-state couples, charging a $5,000 premium on out-of-state adoptions. Almost 90% of her sales, which in this context, sales is a truly disgusting word, went to wealthy couples in New York and Los Angeles who could afford the steep pricing of Tan's services, including actress Joan Crawford, who adopted her twin daughters from Tan. It should be noted none of the adoptive parents had any chance to suspect what they were doing was wrong. On its face, Tan's operation was a legitimate adoption agency. Of course, simply adopting a baby and then never having questions about where that child came from isn't possible. But if the adoptive parents ever questioned Tan about issues that arose, things like missing birth certificates or clearly falsified medical histories, Tan had an answer. If the new parents ever had any suspicion that anything fishy was going on, Tan would threaten them with legal action through one of her major accomplices, family court judge Camille Kelly. Judge Kelly used her position of power to sanction Tan's activities and threaten the adoptive parents with taking away their adoptive children if they continued to make a fuss or ask questions. They would also be threatened with being roped into whatever legal ramifications Tan may or may not have faced. I mean, they did use her services, so technically they were involved in an illegal enterprise themselves. And here was a judge telling them they were complicit. Needless to say, this blackmail coming from the U.S. judicial system itself made a lot of folks go quiet.
So the government give you a home.
Man, I hope she was burned alive, because that is sad, y'all. That is super sad. Like, oh my God, y'all. I don't know what the adoption process is right now, you know, in these days and times, 2024, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure the system still got some crazy stuff going on. It's probably loopholes and a lot of stuff going on. We just seen a video about a West Virginia couple adopted some black kids and basically turned them into slaves, had them living in a barn, chained in a barn, and all this type of stuff. So obviously it's still going on to this day, because that video was from this year. So obviously it's still crazy stuff going on. But damn, like, man, we live in a sick world, y'all. We live in a sick world. You mean tell me like it ain't no process to, like, even if they are doing background checks on the people who's doing the adoption, I mean, adopting kids and everything, I'm pretty sure like the background checks really don't get to how really people are. You know what I'm saying? You can always cover things up and everything. So I don't know, man, but that's crazy, man. Georgia 10, I hope she was set on fire or something, because, and the people that's involved with it, like they all need to, all that evil shit, they need to be crucified, y'all. Let's keep it going though. He said, bro, the system is more advanced than worst cases. Dang. Man, it's crazy, y'all. Let's keep it going. Right, black man. He said it's crazy that they tell us 70 years later when all the people involved has passed away. Yeah, they do that with a lot of things, a lot of situations. Once all the players in it is gone and everything, then they'll tell us about it and shit. Wow, y'all. Wow.
Services definitely does not want you to know. You know, if you're dealing with CPS and you are watching this video, I truly pray to God you're taking notes. Because the shit is literally about to hit the fan. I've been telling you from the very beginning of 2024 that a lot of major things are going to happen. And when I say major, I mean I don't think you're going to be able to comprehend what's about to happen to CPS on a national level. You're definitely going to want to share, comment, and like this video. Because we are literally talking about a nationwide CPS investigation at the highest level. The investigation is being done at a level that I literally cannot even tell you right now. That's how big it is. You guys, if you have a CPS case and inside of your case, you are dealing with multiple state jurisdiction issues. If your case anywhere inside of it says interstate compact, you are definitely going to want to email me. And when I say email me, I mean go to this email address right here and send me the details of your case. Because as of right now, when you send me your case is going to be forwarded to the investigation team and it will be reviewed and on a national level. And this is going to get crazy. You guys, CPS is the biggest child trafficking organization in the world. What? We all know that by now. And I truly wish that I could tell you how big of an investigation this truly is, but I can't. All I can tell you is you got to trust me. Go to that email address, send me your file, and you are going to be shocked on what happens. You guys, blow this video up. Make sure everybody sees it who's dealing with CPS, because the more cases we get involving interstate compact and multiple state jurisdiction issues, the better. Again, guys, the email address is right here. And when you send me an email, I want you to give me this caption inside the subject line, so I know that you are sending me your case to be reviewed. You guys, this is going to be fantastic. Never let a CPS agent in your home without a warrant.
Damn. But man, it's there's no good around no more. Ain't nothing good. None of the services, none of the people, none of it's like all evil, y'all. I thought CPS was supposed to be for like for people who's mistreating their kids and all that type of stuff. You know, they get CPS card on them and then they come investigate and see what's going on and if you abusing the kids and all that type of stuff. But man, even CPS, dirty and crooked. Crazy world we living in, y'all. Crazy world we living in. That's why we got it. The best is just, stick with your family and take care of your kids and hold it down, man. You can't put no trust in nobody else. These systems are all set up, y'all. It's all set up for money plays for everybody, for all the elites and all the other people and everything that's got their hands in it. That shit crazy. Let's keep it going, y'all. And I seen somebody who's talking about in the chat, like those old, I don't even see none of them no more, but like remember those old milk cartons and all that type of stuff? We used to have all the kids and those posters used to be up like, have you seen me, or the kids and all this type of stuff. Like I know kids are still missing to this day and everything, but I don't even be seeing none of that stuff no more. But I think it was Druber. He said they was like advertising back in the day when they was putting those kids on those, like, have you seen me in milk cartons and stuff like that. That was like advertisement for them to, I guess, sell those missing kids or something. But I'm gonna have to look into it, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. Probably have to do a whole nother stream on that. But let's keep it going, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Crazy ass world, y'all. Crazy ass world. Damn. Wow. Wow, boy. They stand at the airport behind a black curtain, like all these migrants. So, man, this is crazy. Man, it's crazy. It's sad. Man, that's crazy. Man.
So I was.
Man, that's a crazy situation, y'all. So all these migrants that's coming over here and everything, like, obviously, it's starting to become too much. They don't even have nowhere to put them. That was behind a black curtain at the O'Hare in Chicago, the big airport, and they sleeping on the floors and all in there, man. Sad. Man, it's crazy, man. It just seems like that. It seems like we at the end days, y'all. We at the end days. It's like the days of the end. I don't know. It's crazy out here. A lot of crazy stuff going on. But let's get into these Oscarville. Have y'all heard about Lake Lanier and Oscarville and there's other cities too? Like when they made man-made lakes and over these cities, and I seen some videos of people talking about like it's still houses and cars and bodies and tombstones and stuff under the water and everything. Like, it's crazy. Evil, dark history that we have. Let's go.
Originally do this one a little bit later, but since y'all been requesting it, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. Lake Lanier, aka Oscarville. Oscarville was a small town in Gainesville, Georgia, with about 1,100 people that lived there. This was a small black town that was formed during the Reconstruction era, like many other black communities in that time. So even though this was a small town with only 1,100 people, this was still a thriving black community. This was a town made up of different trades like carpenters, blacksmiths, bricklayers, and one of the top trades there was farming. So at this time, the whole state of Georgia struggled with growing their crops. Everywhere except for this town. This town crops grew in abundance. So they basically pretty much was taking over the farming industry there. They pretty much ran the farming industry because their crops were the only one that grew in abundance at that time. So this was a thriving town up until 1912. In 1912, a 19-year-old white woman was found dead in the woods. And at that time, it don't matter who did it. They don't even try to look for no evidence. They didn't do none of that. They just automatically blamed it on black people. So at that time, they used to use propaganda to demonize black men by saying that we rape white women and we are these predators, basically. So they use this narrative as an excuse to go down to the city, and later that night they firebombed the city, massacred the people there, and ran them off the property. So they use this as an excuse to.
That's crazy. Sound like the same thing we was looking at on the other stream of Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, the Tulsa massacre and everything when they bombed them and did this. Same thing. Blamed it on and that white woman, I guess they said was assaulted or something. I don't know, but man, it's crazy, y'all. Crazy ass history, y'all.
To go and take that land. So they massacred people, destroyed churches, businesses, ran people off their land. One of the descendants said his grandfather left behind 100 acres of land. There's more to the story, but I'm gonna make another video for part 2. So y'all stay tuned.
I just don't understand how somebody can do that. Like how can you even like y'all did a man-made lake over this city and everything. So y'all they didn't have no type of man, that's crazy. They just made the lake, homes, cemeteries, everything just under the lake. And they just thought, oh, that was fine. It's all good. And like this one go never. And this is just this lake. This is just Lake Lanier. There's probably plenty more of these type of situations all across America. You know what I'm saying? Probably other lakes that been made and right over a city or something. Like I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it, but I'm sure it's plenty more, y'all. This shit's sad. I was trying to look for the movie. It's called Lanier or some Pilgrim, but I couldn't find it. I've been trying to find a movie to check it out and everything. Have anybody else seen it, or is it out yet? Or I know they was talking about making it. I don't know if it ever came out or not, but y'all let me know if anybody's seen it, because I would love to check that movie out for sure. But it's crazy. And I'm gonna have to do a stream on, I heard Central Park, New York. I heard Central Park, New York got a crazy story behind it too. So I didn't know about it, but I'm gonna look into it and probably do that on another stream too. What's up, Above the Rest? Appreciate that, Above the Rest. That super sticker for sure. That's why so much crazy stuff be happening in the lake, because so many souls and so much energy up under there. Like that's why people be, like they said, people be swimming in Lake Lanier and end up missing. Like some people pass away, and it's a lot of crazy stuff be going on there because, I mean, look what happened. It's that type of energy. Shit crazy. The water slide at Lake Lanier. I know they just didn't put no water slide up there. You gotta be tripping, baby cakes. Did they? You for real? I know they didn't put no water slide there.
Oscarville, Georgia. What if I told you it was buried underneath a 38,000 acre man-made lake, now called Lake Lanier, which is arguably one of the most haunted lakes in Georgia, with 700 deaths since its opening in the 1950s. Oscarville, Georgia was a thriving and prosperous Black community formed in the late 1800s with a lot of successful Black-owned farms, churches, stores, and even banks. They had absolutely everything that they needed in order to make a living for themselves. That was up until 1912, when a 19-year-old white woman named May Crow was found unalived and possibly raped in the woods near Oscarville. Typically back then, the answer to a white woman being raped was to go to a black community and start
Appreciate that,
passing
brother
blame.
Ray.
And here is when the cleansing of black people began. They told them, leave or you'll be unalived. And because of this, a lot of black people died fleeing to Gainesville. After the destruction in the late 1950s, Lake Lanier was formed, covering up Oscarville and swallowing most of its history. If you look at the history books though, they'll never tell you this side of the story. What they will tell you is that the people willingly left because they knew how beneficial this would have been. People who have experienced or live near Lake Lanier all have different experiences. Some say I live in Georgia and I'm afraid to go near Lake Lanier. Some say I wouldn't get in and I live here. Some say we went last week and it was really fun and the water was clear. Others say I will never get in it again. I was getting pulled down with a whole life jacket on. Maybe it was the unforgiving spirits of Oscarville. If you've ever been, share your experience below.
Man, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy history we got. Evil, dark history, y'all. CPS, Oscarville, Lake Lanier. It's just, man, it's crazy. So much crazy stuff going on out here, y'all. But like I always say, we got to stay on wave. Got to keep that good energy around us, good positive energy. Stay vibrating those high frequencies, y'all, and just keep that positive mindset. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day things will turn around for the better for everyone. I appreciate everybody who tapped in, y'all, on this good Sunday. I'll probably be back later on with another one. I got some more videos to look at, but it's crazy, y'all. We got to, hey, stay in good spirits, y'all. Keep that good energy, y'all. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody, my moderators. Appreciate the super chat, super stickers, everybody who tapped in. Much love to everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button, spread this awareness. It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. Peace and love to everybody. I'll see y'all soon, y'all. Peace.
Fam over.